my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 9:01 p.m.
It's 9:01 p.m. Right, what happened this evening was that I went out later than normal. I normally go out between 6:30 and 7:15. But my neighbours to the left went out as a couple together, and I didn't want to bump into them, so they went out the time I usually go out, and she had her partner with her next door. I go out by myself. I haven't got anybody. Right, so they went out together with the black dog. A white car pulls up down Tellimon Close, and a coloured gentleman gets out of it with a red balloon. He blows up a red balloon in his car, gets out of his car and goes into that block of flats over there, the M1. So I wait for all this to go away. I just want to go out, walk my dog. I don't want a drama. I don't want to get involved in other people's business. So I waited till my neighbours come back, and I thought it was going to be okay. So by the time I got outside, it was gone 7:30. It was getting on for nearly 8 o'clock. And I went out the back, and a red car like my dad's drove quite fast round the corner at the back of the flat, and I saw it before I was in the middle of the road, so I swerved to the side as this red car was coming around the back of the flat, carried on walking down to the bottom. Now a road is closed for cars at the bottom. The cars can't go down there, but pedestrians can. So I walked past the road closed sign, past where that wildlife inspector had looked at the swans. There are 2 swans now there. She hasn't done anything about the swan. It's still there. And another swan is now sat next to it, where opposite a dead carcass. That hasn't been removed. That's still there. So was that a real wildlife inspector? One doesn't know, does one? So I carried on walking. There was people in the children's playground. There was people everywhere. Just took it easy, took it slowly. I wasn't cross. And the mobile phone went off. It was my mother. So if I can get hold of my mobile phone and the fake leather jacket that I was wearing outside, when various things happened, always after my mother rings the phone. So what did my mum have to say before an altercation happened with Max and another dog? So what did my mum say before a dog bound over to Max? And obviously this is all going to get written down in my diary in case I need to get hold of the police at some point.
New message. 7:46 p.m. Hello, Ginestra. It's just my nighttime call to you, telephone call to you, Ginestra. Okay? Just wishing you a good night. I hope you have a good night anyway, but good night. God bless. I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care. Press 2 to repeat.
Now this is 2 nights in a row where things have happened to me where I could have ended up in hospital after my mother's rung the phone. Yesterday I couldn't breathe, and today Max is lucky that he hasn't been bitten. So after the phone call, there was a coloured woman with glasses, I wear glasses myself, with a little coloured boy on a bicycle, and as I was walking on the opposite side of the path, the little boy was going, "Ugh!" So I went onto the grass, and there was was a ginger-haired young lady, very pretty with mascara on, and there was a white dog, and I didn't know what it was. I just saw a white dog, thought nothing of it, and it bounded over towards Max, and it just sat there staring at him. She did try to call it off, admittedly, and it bounded over towards Max, and it looked really nasty. It looked worse than it did. The dog opened its mouth, and it was a bulldog terrier, white one, big dog. I thought it was a pit bull. I thought Max was dead, to be honest. I thought it was a bloody pit bull. It was a bulldog terrier, and it opened its great big mouth, and it gobbled all over Max, gobbed on him. So Max was all wet. I thought it had taken a piece of Max's fur, but it didn't. He was just soaking wet with the bulldog's saliva. He was twisting around on the lead while this white dog was wrapped around him, and the girl got him off. But what can you do? So Max, I thought it was a pit bull. So I got Max away from the young lady. There was 4 girls stood on the mound on the field laughing, 4 of them in the corner. There's a big hilly bit, and there was 4 girls laughing and talking together on the corner of the hilly bit. And I was untangling Max from his lead. He's got all tied up, and then I checked he wasn't hurt. There's no teeth marks in him, and it was just saliva. The dog had put Max's back in his mouth, and his back was all wet. Carried on walking, and I didn't take him too far. That had worn Max out. He was a bit shocked and a bit tired, so we walked back, and there was a man walking on the field with a cap like mine, and he was coughing like the man upstairs. Carried on walking, ignored the coughing, walked again, and the man started coughing again, trying to grab my attention, and I just walked home. And we'd had a taxi up earlier with 666 on it, parking near Tellimon Close again, where the big, large lady lives with the glasses. But you do have to be careful. Max was on the lead. He wasn't loose. When I see somebody with a dog, I make sure Max is on the lead, because little dogs bite. They could bite little kids. Dogs are dangerous, but fortunately the girl came over quickly, took the dog off Max, but he was attached to Max, but his gums were. But that is twice this week. My mum's rung and there's been trouble. Right? I don't know what's going on, but did you hear her? I hopefully speak to you tomorrow. Yeah, because you're probably expecting me and Max weren't going to be here, that's why. And how could my mum possibly know Max was going to get jumped on by a big white dog? And now I've got somebody asking me how my evening's going. Well, luckily I'm not putting Max's body in a body